A young woman crashes her car on a snowy road in the middle of nowhere. Within minutes, she's gone. No footprints, no cell signal, no solid clues, just silence and questions that still haunt her family to this day. This isn't just a missing person case. This is one of America's most chilling modern mysteries. This is the story of Maura Murray. Maura Murray was a 21-year-old nursing student from Hampshire, Massachusetts. She was smart, athletic, and came from a big Irish-American family. People described her as bright and full of potential. At the time of her disappearance, Maura was studying at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. But something was clearly going on in her life. She had started acting strange just days before she vanished. On February 5, 2004, Maura had a breakdown at work. She worked a campus security job, and during her shift, she reportedly broke down in tears after getting a mysterious phone call. When asked what was wrong, she just said, "My sister." But later, her sister said they hadn't spoken recently. Just 2 days later, Maura emailed her professors saying there had been a death in the family and that she'd be gone for a few days. But here's the thing, there was no death. She also packed her dorm room neatly, boxed up belongings, and left behind an email to her boyfriend saying she loved him. That Monday afternoon, February 9th, Maura withdrew $280 from an ATM, bought some alcohol, and hit the road in her black Saturn sedan. She didn't tell anyone where she was going. She drove north into New Hampshire, heading toward the White Mountains. At around 7:30 p.m., Maura crashed her car into a snowbank in Haverhill, New Hampshire, a small rural town. A local woman heard the crash and called 911. Another neighbor, a bus driver, stopped and spoke with Maura. She told him not to call the police. She had already called roadside assistance, she claimed, but police arrived just a few minutes later, and by the time they got there, Maura was gone. The car was locked. Her things, including a box of wine and school books, were still inside. The windshield was cracked, airbags deployed, but there were no footprints in the snow, no blood, no cell signal, and no sign of Maura. A tracking dog followed her scent for only about 100 yards. Then it stopped, as if she had gotten into another vehicle, but no one saw anything. No CCTV, nothing. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. Over the years, people have come up with many theories. Did Maura run away? Some believe she wanted to escape her life, but she left her belongings, credit cards, and never contacted family again. Was she kidnapped? That rural road was dark and quiet. Could someone have taken her in the chaos after the crash? Did she meet someone? There were rumors she was going to meet someone she knew, maybe a boyfriend, but that's never been proven. Each theory opens more questions than answers. Maura's father, Fred Murray, never gave up. He appeared on news channels, podcasts, even challenged police to reinvestigate the case. Over the years, volunteers have searched rivers, forests, wells, even backyards of nearby homes. Some bones were found in 2021, but testing showed they weren't Maura's. Today, Maura would be 40 years old. Her case remains open but unsolved. The disappearance of Maura Murray is more than just a mystery. It's a chilling story of how someone can vanish even in a world full of cameras, phones, and technology. One crash, one moment, and then nothing. If you or anyone you know has any information, contact the New Hampshire Cold Case Unit. And if you found this story as haunting as we did, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more unsolved stories.